Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Agekeepers, on the Snorlax's channel, and today I'll be posting a deck profile of my newest and favoritist deck, the Frog Monarch deck. Now I've only made this deck a few weeks ago, and already it's 2-0'd almost every deck I own, and every deck Chaos May Vary owns. That is amazing. But before I ramble on much longer about how awesome this deck is, let's get straight into the deck profile. Starting off, we are playing Triple Dupe Frog. Now I know a lot of people don't like Triple Dupe Frog, but I personally love it. Not only does he have 2,000 defense, but when it's sent to the graveyard by any means necessary, you can add any frog monster from your deck to your hand. Usually you'll use it to get triple swap frog to your deck hand. This card is amazing. You can discard one water monster, special summon it to the field, and when it's summoned by any means necessary, you can take any frog or level 2 aqua water monster from your deck and send it to the graveyard. Now most of the time you'll be using that effect to summon Rodent-Totem. Just get Rodent-Totem to the graveyard. So this card, it's amazing. It has 2,000 defense, and when it's in the graveyard, you can banish another frog monster in your graveyard to special summon it. Of course, after this effect is resolved and when it's sent to the graveyard again, it's banished. But nonetheless, it's great for tributing. The other card you'll usually send to the graveyard is your double Treeborn Frog. Now I realize most people love playing 3 Treeborn Frog, but I think that's kind of cloggy considering I can get this card to the graveyard nearly any and every first turn. So basically, if you control no spell cards and no other Treeborn Frogs, you can special summon that card to your field from the graveyard during any and every standby phase of yours. That's pretty awesome. You'll usually use that to tribute for the following cards, which are your tributes for the deck. For the tributes, we're playing Triple Caius for the Monarchs. Caius is amazing. When it's tribute summoned, you can select one card on the field and banish it, and if it's a dark monster, the control of that monster loses 1,000 life points. So very good against Chaos Sorcerer, Dark Armed Dragon, Black Wings, etc. We're also playing Double Ryza, the Storm Monarch. When this card is tribute summoned, you can select one card on the field and return it to the owner's hand. That is another amazing effect. Now personally, I don't like playing Triple Ryza because I do find it's a dead draw sometimes. So I replaced the third one with a Mobius, the Frog Monarch, or the Frost Monarch. Now most people side deck this card, but I main deck it, because this deck hates back row. When it's tribute summoned, you can select up to 2 spell and trap cards in the field and destroy them. So goodbye Necro Valley, goodbye Gates of the Dark World, goodbye Mirror Force, goodbye Solemn Judgment, goodbye all of that. That's it for the Monarchs, but for other tributes, I am playing Double Jinzo. Now you might think Double Jinzo and 1 Mobius is too much. I think it's perfect. When Jinzo's on the field, trap cards cannot be activated, so it's basically a big fuck you to all of you trap cards out there. Yeah, I cursed on Snorlaxatives. I am hard. We're also playing 1 Dark Dusk Spirit. When it's tribute summoned, destroy all other monsters on the field that are face up, and at the end of the turn is sent to the hand. Not a bad effect. It's good for destroying lots of your opponent's monsters if they swarm, and you can reuse it each turn since it goes back to the hand, so that's perfect. Next up we're playing 1 Light and Darkness Dragon, which I sadly do not own. It requires 2 tributes and can't be special summoned, but its effect is godly. It's basically like a walking Solemn Judgment. You pay 400 attack points to negate anything. So that's why I play it. Now, I was considering playing 3 at one point, but I realized that's way too much. I just don't love this card enough to play 3 of. And at one point I was playing 2, but even that wasn't very good for me. So I replaced one of them with Obelisk the Tormentor. Now this card is phenomenal in this deck, and the fact that I can get it out almost any and every duel is amazing. It requires 3 tributes, and if it's special from the graveyard, that turns sent back to the graveyard. Of course, it cannot, when it's summoned, its summon cannot be negated, and it cannot be targeted by the effects of spells, trap cards, or monster cards. Also, besides that, you can tribute 2 monsters you control to destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls, but you cannot attack that turn. But who cares, because he has 4,000 attack and 4,000 defense. That is why he's a god, ladies and gentlemen, and I consider him the boss monster of the deck, personally. And that's really it for the tributes of this deck, and now into the hand traps. We are playing Triple Battle Fader, because if you don't have any cards on the field, you're going to lose. So you need some hand traps to stop your opponent from attacking you. We're also playing Double Tragodia. Tragodia is awesome. Not only does it have the ability to copy levels and all that, but it also does give us that advantage when you're being attacked. You drop him, and his attack is equal to 600 times the amount of cards in your hand. So that's good. But personally, my favorite hand trap is, and always will be, Gores. When you lose when your opponent attacks you directly and you control no cards at all, special summon him, and you special summon a token with the same amount of attack points equal to the amount of damage you just took. That is amazing. Gorse is a game changer, and he's a game saver, and I will always play him in every competitive deck I ever use. That's it for the monster lineup. On to the spell cards. We're playing one MST. I originally was playing two, but I got rid of one for the Mobius, because Mobius is dope as hell. Yeah. Heavy Storm, because back row sucks. Dark Hole, to stop my opponent from swarming. Monster Born, to get back, you know, cards from the graveyard, such as the Monarchs, or maybe even a Frog sometimes if I really need it, but I really wouldn't waste a Monster Born on that. One Book of Moon, stop my opponent from attacking me. One Foolish Burial, because I can send that Treeborn Frog to the graveyard turn 1. Double Pot Duality for the consistency. And finally, the staple cards of any Monarch, Frog Monarch deck. Triple Soul Exchange. This card broke as hell. You can select one monster your opponent controls and use it as a tribute for a tribute summon you use this turn. Of course, you can't conduct the battle phase that turn, but who cares? That card is broken. You can use it to get an Obelisk, any Monarch, Lad, anything. It is amazing. And end off the deck, we have Triple Enemy Controller. Now this card isn't the greatest, but it is what it is. You tribute one monster to take control of one monster your opponent controls. It can't be tributed or it can't be attacked. Or its other effect is you can change the battle position of one face-up monster your opponent controls. Not the best secondary effect, but nonetheless it is a pretty good effect. Now for the extra deck, I'm running a whole 92 cards. All 92 of them, of course, are Gotcha Gotcha Gentetsu. I love this card, and it's crazy how fast you can get them out. With all your frogs, you got the Rodent Totem, which are ranked level 2s, Swamp Frogs level 2s, Dupe Frogs level 2s. So this card is quite easy to get out, and I might bump it up to 2. Basically, all monsters you control gain 200 attack for each Xyz material on that card, and if that card were to be destroyed, you can get rid of an Xyz material to stop its destruction. That is pretty good, especially in this deck. I used to play that in my Fairy Agents deck because Mystic Shine Balls can get that out easily. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the deck profile. Come subscribe for future deck profiles, and if you want to see an update of this deck in the near future, just tell me and I'll do so. Thanks for watching, come subscribe, and have a wonderful day. See ya.